So hello for not to without calling. Am I audible? Good evening to all. So we are here to study the environment. हाँ है ना? So environment is included in which part? कौन से part में included है? होता है किसी में क्या है? GS1 में included है, GS4 में है शायद है? GS4 में, ethics है वो, GS4 में added है environment. So where the environment is included? अच्छा, GS3 में. Are you sure? Okay. What exactly the environment is? What exactly the environment is? जल्दी बताइए. कुछ होता है? Okay, कितने लोगों के पास सिलेबस है? How many of you are having the syllabus? Okay, सबसे पहला कॉल तो मेरा ये है कि बी रिलैक्स, ठीक है? तैयारी हो जाएगी, तैयारी हो जाएगी. Is it done? What टेंशन है क्या? Environment evening. So what exactly the environment is? This is what we have to study. My question to you is, if you are preparing for the environment, so there are two approaches that I am giving to you to study environment. So one approach is, if we talk about the one approach, and if we talk about the approach two, so study as environmental science or study as environmental issues. What should be the approach? What should be the? इतने खामोश क्यों हो? ऐसे ही बैठोगे क्या? है? ऐसे ही बैठोगे क्या? हाँ है ना? ऐसे बैठना है? हाँ तो रिस्पॉन्ड करो ना. So what should be your approach? To study environment as a science, environmental science, or study just environmental issues? क्या पढ़ना है? जो बता दोगे वही पढ़ा दूंगा. कहोगे कुछ नहीं पढ़ाना, मैं कुछ नहीं पढ़ाऊंगा, मैं चला जाऊंगा. So what should be your approach? Approach 1 or approach 2? Approach 2. Are you sure? Really? आप हाँ अब बैठिए, इतना जवाब ऐसे देंगे हैं. हाँ, what should be your approach? So now, how you have decided? You people have not studied the syllabus. You people do not know anything, but still you have a guts feeling that we should follow the approach 2 when we are studying the environment in UPSC. Why this guts feeling are there? My question to you is very clear. आपने ये guts feeling कैसे develop किया? How you have developed this guts feeling that we should follow approach 2? बताइए. You see the environmental issues in a day-to-day life. How? कहाँ देख रहे हैं? हम तो नहीं देख पा रहे. Disaster management is something different. Don't drag disaster management here. ठीक है? And don't drag disaster here. अब बहुत disaster लाएंगे अभी नहीं. हाँ. अभी we are just focusing to the environment. Got the point? Yes or no? It's your first class? पहली क्लास है? हाँ. अच्छा इससे पहले कोई segment? नहीं. अभी समझ में आ रहा है? कि इनका कहना है, she is saying that we are visualizing, we are observing the environmental issues in our day-to-day life. मैं आज कुछ पढ़ाने नहीं आया हूँ. Is it done? I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to discuss something. So is she right? क्या ये सही है? थोड़ा सा? अरे पूरा सही है. कह रही थोड़ा सा क्या होता है? अच्छा कह रही अब डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट वाला पॉइंट उठा ही ले. She is right. पानी ले सकता हूँ? Please like. So he has offered me a water. Is it done? Can I have it? What he has offered me? जहर दिया है इन्होंने. What he has offered me? Poison. इन्होंने मुझे जहर दिया है. He has given me a poison, and this poison is a slow poison. दिया है तो ले लिया. What he has offered me? A water or a poison? Why? है? Plastic. अब ये मैं जहर तुम्हें पीने नहीं दूंगा, मैं ही पीऊंगा. That means this water in the plastic that we are drinking is not safe for the health. It's not. There are n numbers of microplastics that are being dissolved in this water. There are n number of microplastics which are dissolved in the water, which we are not able to visualize, and our body is not able to degrade these microplastics, and that gets accumulated in our body and creating various health issues. So it's a slow poison. It's a today in the morning somebody just offered me what? Center fresh है ना, जिसको खा के आप लोग फ्रेश हो जाते हैं. This is a sweet poison. ये slow poison है. This is a sweet poison somebody has offered me in the morning. How? इसको खाने पे मीठा मीठा कुछ लगता है कि नहीं? It's a sweet poison. How this is a sweet poison? Because it is a chewing gum. इसका जो base है, this base is a plastic. Is a chewing gums. So chewing gums are also the source of plastic, causing health issues. किसको ऑफर करूं मैं ये? To whom should I offer? To you? क्या ये सब मुझे क्यों दे रहे poison? तुम लोग सब लोग खाते हो इसको. I have always seen you people having chewing gum here in the classroom, full of plastic pollutions. Yes or no? So when I say the issue, so instead of far looking towards the issue like deforestation, just look the issues, focus on the issues which are surrounding you. ईमानदारी से बताओ कितने लोग क्रीम लगा के आए हो, मॉइस्चराइजर? तुम्हें प्रीलिम्स देवता की कसम है. कितने लोग यहाँ क्रीम लगा के आए हो? प्लीज. आप कोई नहीं हाथ उठाएगा, कहेंगे जहर है. कितने लोग यहाँ क्रीम लगा के आए हो? अच्छा पाउडर लगा के तो आए. कई लोग कह रही मेरे को तो नहीं बोल रहे. कितने लोग मॉइस्चराइजर लगा के आए हो? बॉयज नहीं लगा के आए हो? अच्छा लगाते हो कि नहीं? कह रहा नहीं, कह रहा है तेल लगा लेते. एनीवन क्रीम लगाती हो? मन में कह रही है लगाती हूँ मगर मैं बोल नहीं सकती. When you use the cream moisturizer and you keep it open, keep it, तो वो जो सूखता है ना, that is a plastic. कभी छू के देखना. What the point? Yes or no? आजकल वो कौन सा एक चला है, बहुत चला है आजकल मॉइस्चराइजर, कौन सा वो पता नहीं, डॉक्टर करके कुछ आता है, हैं? हाँ कुछ ऐसे करके आता है, बहुत महंगा सा होता है, बड़ा तकलीफ होती है. चलिए खैर, समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? So that's a pollution, plastic pollution. So whether this chewing gum is a source of plastic pollution or not, this single-use plastic is a source of plastic pollution or not, okay? Whether this cosmetic products are the source of plastic pollution or not, UPSC asks the same thing. You can cross-verify. Khatam, that's it. We have completed the plastic pollution. So plastic pollution can be seen in the form of single-use plastics. Plastic pollution can be seen in the form of microplastics or microbeads. That's it. कैसा लगा? This is pollution. This is कैसा लगा? Feeling good? So we have to address the environmental issues rather than environmental science. Now got the point? So instead of saying, मैंने आपकी बात को गलत नहीं बोला. Your point was right. मैंने यही कहा ना. But हमें हर छोटे से छोटे day to day life activities को क्या करना है? Monitor करना है. We have to monitor the day-to-day activities where the environmental issues are not being addressed, and we have to address. And we have to address. Yes or no? कैसा लगा? Feeling good? So first and foremost thing that we have to study environmental issues. This is the right approach in the UPSC rather than moving towards the environmental science. This is not the right approach. Got understood? Yes or no? Suppose anyone having biscuit here? Anyone? Namkeen? कुछ नहीं है? Don't you have anything? Don't you have anything to offer me? No biscuits and dalmots and all? जाओ बिस्किट लेके आओ, दो होगा। आप नहीं, हाँ राजू भाई को बोलिए 2 बिस्किट मंगवाइए या 1 बिस्किट लेके आइए, ठीक है, तुरंत तुरंत। अभी नया टॉपिक सिखाते हैं। इज इट डन? क्या पढ़ाने आए ना, अब बिस्किट से पढ़ाएंगे, कभी चिंगम से पढ़ा रहे हैं। चलो खैर, सो दिस चिंगम इज अ स्वीट पॉइजन, दिस प्लास्टिक वाटर इज अ स्लो पॉइजन। सो आई एम रिटर्निंग बैक टू यू योर वाटर, हाँ, एंड अ गिफ्ट फ्रॉम माय साइड, स्लो पॉइजन। अभी मत पीना, हाँ आ रहा है, हाँ। कितने को डर लगता है इस सब्जेक्ट से? कभी नाम सुना इसका? नहीं, मैंने नहीं सुना, एनवायरनमेंट नहीं सुना। चलिए अभी बिस्किट आने दीजिए, so we will have a next session. Have some biscuit and snacks with you. हाँ, बिस्किट नहीं है, स्नैक नहीं है, ओके। अच्छा ये बताओ, have you heard the news of कुंभ, महाकुंभ? Really? महाकुंभ का नाम सुना है? महाकुंभ में लोग नहाए थे, ये सरो जो आस्था का विषय है वो मैं भी विश्वास रखता हूँ, आई एम ऑल्सो हैविंग ऑल द बिलीव्स, है ना, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग। बट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द इशू वाज रेज्ड जब महाकुंभ में बहुत लोग नहाए थे? व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द इशू वाज रेज्ड? व्हाट वाज द इशू? है पानी साफ नहीं था, कैसे? पानी क्या नहीं था? So, anyone would like to have this water? Yes? क्यों? क्या है? ऐसे क्या गंदा हो गया? बिस्किट है इसमें? तो क्या हुआ? बिस्किट तो बिस्किट है। No, you cannot have this. Can you have this water? अरे, he also not having this. Can you? Please? That means you cannot have this water. खाली वही बिस्किट ऐड किया है जो आप खाते हैं। Yes or no? Why you are not having this water? Because this is an unwanted substance according to you which is being added to the water. Yes or no? And for you this water is clean or polluted? खाली बिस्किट ऐड करने पर pollute हुआ है, and you are adding industrial waste. You are adding, तो वो पानी polluted नहीं है। And सोचो, thousands of people have taken a dip in that water, and the same water was being supplied to the houses, domestic houses, by the municipal corporations, and you consume that water. Whether that water was hygienic, whether that water was clean, that was full of E. coli. ये बिस्किट्स का पानी नहीं पिया जा रहा। You people are not ready to have this water full of biscuit. अरे नहीं था तो बताते, मैं बहुत नजाकत से तोड़ के दे देता, बट तब भी नहीं लेते। वो बात अलग है, घर में जाके इसको पाले जी घोल के पियोगे, मगर अभी तुम नहीं पियोगे, because for you people this water is polluted, and that water is that water was full of E. coli. That water was full of E. coli. What is E. coli? Yes, you are from the bio. हाँ, तभी इतना सटीक प्रोनाउंसिएशन आपने बोल दिया, अदरवाइज कोई इसका फुल फॉर्म नहीं बता पाता है। Is it done? Yes or no? E. coli is a, अभी सबको E. coli बताएंगे, है ना, एशिरेशन बताएंगे। So E. coli is a bacteria, is a harmful bacteria, is a, if you drink a polluted water and that E. coli goes into your stomach, that may cause gastrointestinal diseases. What kind of diseases? Gastrointestinal diseases. GI. It's not that GI tag. It's gastrointestinal. And same is the case in the Yamuna water. Same is the case in the Ganga water. अरे ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखना है, मैं सब लिखा दूंगा, don't worry, आज खाली सुनने आए, बस खाली discussion, have a little bit discussion. So whenever you add unwanted substance to the environmental components, that creates a pollution, and you are consuming it. How? You should not. You should. कैसा लग रहा है? So water pollution UPSC में आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? Can they ask or not? Definitely. So whatever the questions they are asking, they are addressing the environmental issues which are going all around in our environment, in our surroundings. Got the point? Yes or no? They are not basically focused over the environmental science. They are focused over the environmental issues. So shall we start writing something? Now write down. So start सही रहा? Yes or no? चलिए, तो तुम लोग मुस्कुराते नहीं हो? Be relax. Is it done? चलो ना? Be relax. So now write down. Environment in Civil Services Examination. Just put a heading: Environment and Ecology. Environment and Ecology. Is it done? So write down environment in civil services examination is a part of prelims as well as mains exam. Is a part of prelims as well as mains exam. Is a part of prelims as well as mains exam. Full stop. Write down. Next point. In prelims paper, candidates are required to correct. In prelims paper, candidates are required to correct at least 40-45% of the given MCQs. 40-45% of the given MCQs. Full stop. In continuation you write, in maximum case it could be 60% of the given MCQs. In maximum case it could be 60% of the given MCQs. 60% of the given MCQs. So how do I declare this statement? Suppose if we take the prelims module. Suppose if we take the prelims module, okay. So what are the modules? Geography, environment, polity, economics, history, science and tech, and current affairs. What the point? Agreeing or not? Geography, environment, history, polity, economics, and then we have science and tech, and last one is. So how much questions you are expecting? Minimum and maximum. So 6 questions, 6, 8, 6 and 5. These are the minimum number of questions, at least questions that you should correct in each segment. And the maximum question that you should correct here is 7, 9, 7, 5. Is it done? Yes or no? So if you add these minimum or maximum, so these are the certain number of questions which will make you to qualify prelims. Getting the point? Yes or no? So 6, 4 by 6 आया 24, 8 और 16, 24, 36, 10, 40 और 5 कितना हो गया? 45. 7 बार 4 आया है, 7 4 जा 28, 28 और 18 कितना? 46 और 5 51. हमने बहुत ही एक्यूरेट कैलकुलेशंस दी आपको. 51 क्वेश्चंस. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? So suppose if there are 10 questions. So you are expected to at least do correct 5 questions in minimum and 6 questions in. What the point? Suppose if there are 15 questions, so you are expected to do correct question number, that is 7. How much? 7. अच्छे से बैठिए, हाँ ब्यूरोक्रेट बनने जा रहे हैं आप. Is it done? पॉलिटिशियन थोड़ी ना बनने जा रहे हैं ऐसे बैठे हैं. So कैसा लग रहा है? Getting the point? So if the available MCQs are 20, so how much you should attempt? 10. Got the point? So at least 40-45% of the available MCQs, and at maximum it can be. समझ में आ रहा है? Yes or no? 50 लिखा है कि 60 लिखा है? हाँ 60%, हाँ है ना? It's not 50. Is it done? Yes or no? Now 50 से 60% का जो सफर है, your journey from 45% to 60% depends. यहाँ तक मैं लेके जाता हूँ, and very tactfully. And this is not 45, this is basically 50%. I do not claim more, I always claim less. Because less promises, more outputs are always happy situation, and more promises and less output is a disappointing situation. So this 45 to 50% का situation मैं आपको create कर दूँगा. Is it done? This is the only promise and the guarantee which I can provide. ये 10% तक वही आ पाएगा जो dynamism से होके गुजरेगा. And what is the dynamism? Only read newspapers. Only read. That's it. From my side, only read. Nothing else. No magazines. वो क्या बोलते down to earth and क्या geography and you and all. No magazines at all. Just read newspapers. Sunset TV programs. Where you will find an issue. जैसे आज Indian Express में I was looking at the species like lion-tailed macaw. Lion-tailed. Just 1 month before I was reading the newspaper and the species was named white-horned rhino and black-horned rhino. Black rhino and white rhino. And I was reading the issues of that Angul is a Kashmiri stag. Is a stag in Kashmir. I was also reading the issue of like something like the sea cats, plant species in the newspaper. ये recent अभी species बता रहा हूँ. So these are mentioned in the newspaper. These are mentioned in the. You don't need any book. कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good? And कैसे like Let me show you. Here we have lion-tailed macaw. Lion-tailed macaw. Is it done? So here we have lion-tailed macaw and the Indian Express. Got the point? कब की न्यूज है? Where is it? One year ago. यही बताया मैंने. Yes or no? And Sharavati pumped storage plant detrimental to endemic species called lion-tailed macaw. So I always teach my students what are endemic species. What are endemic? What exactly the endemism is. So now when you will be reading this news, that detrimental to endemic, that means lion-tailed macaw is endemic. Yes or no? What is the IUCN status that I will be teaching you? अभी पढ़ा के आया हूँ अलीगढ़ से, आपको पढ़ाऊंगा. Yes or no? So this is what are the frameworks that I will be creating. But you have to cover all these species from the news paper. From the news paper. Suppose if I show you the news, Hangul, the Hindu newspaper. See, 15 Feb 2000. Is it done? It's not like you have to go for so far 2024. No, 2000. Like we have sea cats. That sea cats. Getting the point? See, scientists search for a female partner for the world's loneliest. इसको छोड़िए, अब आपको white rhino दिखाते हैं. White rhino. The Hindu newspaper. Look at this. The number of rhinos is slightly up, but poaching has world's first white rhino IVF pregnancy. What is IVF? In vitro fertilization, I think. क्या बोले? What are they saying? Just read. The white rhino includes 2 distinct subspecies. Yes or no? With only 2 female members, and the last male has died. The last male has. They are the mammals, and if the last male has died, fertilization cannot take place. Reproduction activity cannot take place. What cannot take place? Reproduction activity. So they will become extinct or not? अब इनका generation बढ़ाने वाला कोई नहीं है. There is no one. So you have to cover all these species from the news paper. From the news, कैसा लगा? Feeling good? So this statement is correct or not? That's at least 40 to 45%, and at maximum. Done or not? Now write down next. Okay, next point. In the mains paper, comma, in the mains paper, comma, environment is a part of GS3. Environment is a part of General Studies 3. लिखा? Full stop. On an average, इसी में, on an average, we can expect 3 mains questions in the environment. There are 3 mains questions from the environment. 3 mains questions from the environment in GS paper 3. And 1-2 questions from disaster management. And 1-2 questions from disaster management. Is it done? So ये बताइए, if there are 3 questions from the environment and 2 questions from the disaster management, how many questions they ask? Total कितने questions आते हैं mains में? How many questions? Total, I'm talking about total questions in GS paper 3. Total कितने आते हैं? If they set the paper, अगर general studies paper 3 को set करते हैं, तो total उसमें कितने questions होते हैं? 20. How many? And if they ask 5, तो मैंने क्या कहा? I always keep no promises. So if there are 5 questions contribution from the 20 questions, so that is 25% portion. That is, so if there is a paper of 250 marks, it is a paper of 250 marks. So 25% is how much? 25% is 62.5 marks paper. How much? 62.5 marks paper. And the expected score is 30 to 35. This is the only marks that you will get. That you will. आपको मालूम है GS3 का top score क्या है? What is the average top score? The average top score for the GS3 is, it's a 250 marks paper. So minimum you get 110 and maximum you get 150. This is the topper marks. This is the marks for the topper. Digest नहीं हो रहा ना? Not digesting. I have digestive biscuits. So, digest कितनों को digest नहीं हो रहा? Please raise your hand. तुम लोग ऐसे सहमे और ऐसे डरे, मुझे लग रहा है मैं पढ़ाऊंगी, कैसे पढ़ाऊंगा तुम लोग को? अच्छा मैं वही नहीं दिखता हूँ, या लॉन्ग टेल मकाऊ दिख रहा हूँ, हैं? या गिवन दिख रहा हूँ? तब कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हो तुम लोग, किसको पढ़ाने आया हो? दीवारों को? हैं? यारी हाँ तुम लोग बोलोगे नहीं तो मैं किसको पाऊंगा? मैं वैसा नहीं हूँ जो कि बस बोलता रहे तुम लोग सुनते रहो मैं चला। मेरे को ना बिल्कुल रिस्पॉन्स चाहिए होता है। क्यों है मनी? मुझे याद है तुम्हारा नाम? यस और नो? आई नीड अ रिस्पॉन्स। सो डाइजेस्ट हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है ये जानना है मुझे। Whether it is this marks is of topper, are you able to digest these marks or not? नहीं ना, सीधे सीधे straight no. There is nothing to fear boss. डर की कहाँ जाओगे? बाहर वाले भी डरा रहे हैं, घर वाले भी डरा रहे हैं, सब डरा ही रहे हैं, तो तुम लोग को appreciate कौन करेगा? Who will appreciate? Let me appreciate. Is it done? This is the marks gained by the topper. How? कोई भी random mark sheet उठा लो. Just take the random mark sheet. Yes or no? So, IAS toppers. IAS अब तो बहुत मिलने लगा है ना. IAS toppers marksheet 2025 और 2024. So पूरी marksheets बनी रहती हैं. So let's take this. Here we have average बोली मैंने है ना. हालांकि वेरिएशन हो सकता है ना. There can be a variation. Now 112 marks they have scored. Oh my God, Shakti Dubey. I think she scored rank. Oh my God, she has scored rank 1. तब तो इससे अच्छा कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता. God is with me. God is always with those who help themselves. So, what is the marks of Shakti Dubey in GS1? What is the marks of Shakti Dubey in GS2? Okay, and ये भी इसीलिए होगा क्योंकि इनका optional PSIER होगा. हाँ. Is it done? Because that is the influence of the optional. What is the mark she scored in GS3? Oh my God, what's happening here? What is the mark she scored in GS4? मैं इन चारों मार्क्स में एक चीज कॉमन बता सकता हूँ. ये मार्क्स 450 के क्लोज होंगे, guaranteed. Those whosoever are topper in UPSC, they always score 450 marks in all the 4 GS mains paper. जोड़ के देखो. Add it. मैंने नहीं जोड़ा अभी तक. You do add. Do addition. That should be close to 450. कितना आ रहा है? You see any mark sheets, कम से कम 100 mark sheet देखिए, सब में यही खेल है. अरे तुम लोग को ऐड करने में कितना टाइम लगा? 460, 4, closer to 4. Yes or no? This is a thumb hand rule. This is a ये all India rank 1 का है. If you go for 50 and 60, that will only be 450. Is it done? Yes or no? Thank you. चाय पत्ती कम हो गई. चाय पत्ती कम हो गई. So हाँ. So what I was talking about? This mark sheet is of all India rank 1. अभी 50 पे जाओगे ना 60 पे, तो मार्क्स यही गिरता है आगे. Let's take some random. ये तो चलो शक्ति दुबे का हो गया. Let's take some this श्रुति शर्मा है ना. सब ये ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 नहीं लेंगे, कुछ और लेंगे हम लोग. हम ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 नहीं लेंगे. Let's take some other mark sheets. अच्छा IAS टॉपर लिख दिया है. IAS टॉपर 50 रैंक मार्क्स अब आ जाएगा. So ठीक है, अब देखा जाएगा. अब कितना हटाएंगे. सब लोग रैंक 1 ला रहे हैं. नाउ अच्छा हाँ, ये भी आदित्य श्रीवास्तव. नाउ इनके भी चारों के मार्क्स जोड़ दीजिए. डू ऐड the marks. Have you done addition? That should be closer to 450. कितना है? 4? Am I right? This is a thumb hand rule. This is a so I just take average 115. So this is 400. This is my mechanics. Got the point? Yes or no? And why I always used to take 110? This is because if you are scoring less than 440, your chances of getting selected in a topper rank is very poor. Is very poor. And if you score less than 400, your chances of getting selected is very poor. मतलब मेंस भी दोगे, इंटरव्यू भी दोगे, बट सिलेक्ट हो जाओगे. इसके लिए 5 मंदिरों में, समझ में आया, या मस्जिदों में या गुरुद्वारे में मन्नत मांगनी पड़ेगी, भगवान करवा दियो. तो these are the thumb hand rules. These are the thumb hand rules. कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good? That if you are below 450 and above 400, so you are scoring but not a topper. If you are scoring below 400, chances of getting selection is gone. तो आपको अपने पैरामीटर सेट करने हैं. What you have to do is you have to set the parameters. So suppose if you are scoring 115 marks and you are scoring 35 marks here, if you have a good command, So definitely it's a World Cup. It's a World Cup. Is it done? Yes or no? तो मैं इस पे फोकस रहता हूँ. So I will make you to solve 15 to 20 mains questions here right now in the class. Is it done? वो अपने आप हो जाएगा automatically. That will done. We do not have to pursue a lot of efforts. That will automatically be done. That will automatically be done. कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good? So this is one marks. This is one strategy that we have mains module. So when we are talking about the mains module, so here we have paper 1, here we have paper 2, here we have paper 3, here we have paper 4, here we have paper 5, and we have paper. So this is essay. Now this is GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and paper 6 and 7 optional. Got the point? So they will be asking you environment questions and disaster management here, and nowadays they are asking environment questions plus disaster management here also. Shocking? Again, this is a pattern. So 5 questions are asked in GS3, and there might be a case that they might be asking 2 other questions in GS. Geography के questions कम करते जा रहे हैं, and environment के questions बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं. कैसा लग रहा है? कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good? Yes or no? So you should also expect environment and disaster. Perfect. Environment and disaster management questions in GS1 also. In GS, shall we write now? Now write down. तो मालूम पड़ा आप पढ़ के जाइए geography GS1 के लिए. और क्वेश्चन आ रहे किससे? So that will be a surprise. That will be a. So now write down. Now write down. देखिए, in addition, we can also expect mains questions from the environment and disaster management, in GS1, in general studies 1, that's it. Done not? और देखो मैं रिस्पॉन्ड करूँ, है ना, डिस्कशन के साथ चलेंगे हम. मैं बहुत पैसिव क्लास लेके नहीं चल पाता, है ना, मैं पैसिव क्लास को रन नहीं करा पाऊंगा. इज इट डन? फॉर मी यू शुड बी एनर्जेटिक. तो गलती करो चलेगा, मेरे को गलत बोलो वो चलेगा, बट सबसे पहले दो चीजें. वन इज कंटेंट डेवलपमेंट, वन इज वेयर एवरीबॉडी इज फोकस्ड टुडे, बट यू शुड फोकस ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट डेवलपमेंट. यू शुड फोकस ऑन द. आज के बाद क्या कभी इस पानी को पीते हुए जिंदगी में भूलोगे कि हमने क्या बताया था? जहर. जब जब पियोगे तब तब स्लो पॉइजन तुम्हारे दिमाग में, जब जब भी चिंगम खाओगे तुम्हारे दिमाग में क्या चलेगा? So this is not a content development, this is a concept development. Getting the point? Life में कभी भी आप गंदा पानी देखोगे, पियोगे, do let me know. It's like what imprints you have into your mind. Getting the point? Yes or no? What imprints you have into your mind, that matters a lot. Content का क्या है? लिखा देंगे 4-5 पन्ने ऐसे हो जाएंगे, जो बोलोगे उतना लिखा देंगे. Is it done? So now it is clear to you all. Now you read this note, whatever I have made you to write. Just take a 2 minutes time and read it. और इसमें gist क्या है देखिए. What are the gist? So everybody read? एक रफ पेज लीजिए और इसको 3 पॉइंट बताइए कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट है. What are the 3 important points? बस, बहुत ज्यादा कुछ नहीं. What are the 3 important points that you find in this note? So what are the information that you find in this note? Just 3 terms. What is the first one? Environment is a part of prelims, and then environment in prelims minimum 42, maximum is. Then environment in mains 4 to 3 questions plus 2 questions. In GS 1 to 2 questions in GS खत्म. This is the only information contained there. Yes or no? मैं चाहता तो ये पहले लिखा देता, but dialect नहीं आता. There would have been no dialect. What I'm trying to tell you, environment can be taught like this also. What I'm trying to tell you now, listen to me very carefully. ये माइंड में क्वेश्चन आएगा यार ये क्यों इतना एक नोट लिखा रहे हैं? What is the purpose of making you to write a note? पैरा में क्यों लिखा है? There are two ways of teaching the environment. One is in that manner, where you just connect the points, not the dialect, not the. But in the first manner, the way I have made it to write, that not only create a point, that also creates a dialect, an approach, a creative end for the subjective answer also. For the. So I will be taking you in the first manner. Got the point? Yes or no? ये भी कराऊंगा, but for that purpose you will have to bring rough pages. You will have to bring rough pages along with you. Got the point? तो एक ऐसे informal structure चलेगा, that will be on the rough page when I will be explaining something, but I will be giving you perfect structure notes to create a dialect, till the time dialect is missing, you can crack prelims, but you cannot write mains. You cannot write. कैसा लगा? Getting the point? You get the difference? Yes or no? अरे भाई बड़े ठंडे people so yes or no? अरे मैं ये तो कैसे ही बोल सकता तो ठंडे पीपुल्स हाँ है ना हाँ ओके और सब लोग रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे नहीं करोगे तो मैं भी रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करूंगा ऐसे ही रहूंगा ये सुनो देखो अभी भी सब बैठे थे कुछ लोग you have to respond you cannot be a passive listener you have to be active listener now what exactly the UPSC is saying about the syllabus let me go into that direction now write down syllabus for the environment syllabus for the environment. So what is written here? UPSC का लिखा है हाँ Union Public Service Commission. What is written here? Union Public Service Commission. And what is this? Oh, really? So if this is national emblem, so from where this national emblem is being taken? Ashok stump, Ashok pillar. Okay. And what is written here? Okay, from where this Saptami, from which Upanishad this Saptami Jayati is being taken? Mundaka Upanishad. Which Upanishad? Okay, चलते फिरते सब चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है? UPSC preparation is on the way. Yes or no? Okay, so this national emblem is taken from the Ashoka pillar and this Saptami Jayati is being taken from the Mundaka Upanishad. Got the point? And now this is Union Public Service Commission and here what they say about the syllabus. So गंदा सा हो गया अभी क्लासेस आपकी 6 बजे से ही लग पाएंगी है ना क्योंकि मैं अलीगंज से आऊंगा तो इट विल टेक सम टाइम है इट विल टेक सम नाउ दिस इज पेपर 1 सो नाउ राइट डाउन एनवायरमेंटल सिलेबस पार्ट A in prelims examination this is the syllabus write down मैं कह रहा हूँ जबरदस्ती का टफ करने का क्या मतलब बताओ तैयारी को हाँ हाँ उतना ही है कोई मानता ही नहीं मेरी बात कितना सरल है तैयारी है अभी भी नहीं मान रहे तुम लोग आई विल प्रूव इट मैं तो कसम खा के बैठा हूँ आई विल प्रूव माई स्टूडेंट्स दैट दिस प्रिपरेशन इज नॉट टफ इट्स स्ट्रैटेजिक मैं अपने पेपर की गारंटी लेके उतरता हूँ आई ऑलवेज टेक वारंटी नहीं इट्स नॉट वारंटी इट्स गारंटी यस जी फॉर गारंटी होता है डब्ल्यू फॉर वारंटी होता है हाँ आई टेक फुल गारंटी आई टेक फुल रिस्पांसिबिलिटी ऑफ माय सब्जेक्ट Now, what is written here? Biodiversity and इसके आगे कुछ लिखा है? That is more important. You do not require any subject specialization. So you do not require any book. And I will not recommend any book. So please don't buy book. Don't ever try to come to me to ask which book should I prefer. तुमको book लेना है, it's your choice. You purchase. But from my side, there is no recommendation of any book. There is, आपको जो book लेना है, it's your choice. कम से कम नहीं है तो दूसरे का मदद करेंगे भैया तुम आगे बढ़ो हम तुम्हारे yes or no? But from my side, no book is required. What is required is the daily reading of the newspaper. This is the only requirement from my side. Even no magazines also. Even no. What the point? Or the other, if you have to focus on the issues, go on the Sunset TV. Go on the Sunset TV program. One big picture. They will be giving you some topic. Put a keyword PIB. You will have a good picture. Got the point? Yes or no? Feeling good? So now here they have written general issues on environment and ecology. You just take a rough page You just take a rough page, and I am writing here something. General issues on environment and ecology. My question to you is, listen to me very carefully. You just take 5 minutes time. उससे ज़्यादा मत लेना. Is it done? Listen to me first. My question should be clear to you all. You just take 5 minutes. Think what are the general issues on environment and ecology. But the condition is that no topic should be similar. That is, you should not repeat the similar topics. You should not repeat. ये पहला condition है. You should not repeat similar topics. Got the point? And now think of the issues and write down. Question is clear? Similar topics should not be repeated. अगर दिख गया ना कॉपी में दोहरा लूँगा. क्यों? प्लास्टिक वेस्ट पोल्यूशन नहीं है? Right? Think. You can think. Yes. Where are the चोरीदार्स? तो एक है. Okay. So, have you all written? Shall I start writing or asking you? So, do let me know the topics. First topic is pollution. तुम बहुत pollution के बारे में सोच रही हो. Okay, first topic is pollution. Okay. Global warming, climate change and same thing. Global warming and climate change is the same thing. Anyone else? Extinction of? Okay, species extinction. Okay. कोई टॉपिक दीजिए. हैबिटेट डिस्ट्रक्शन. ये सब सिमिलर टॉपिक्स हैं. इन सब के लिए मैं एक ही बात बोलूंगा. बायोडाइवर्सिटी लॉस. यस और नो? ओके, व्हाट आर द एल्स? वो सब क्लाइमेट चेंज उसी की वजह से तो हो रहा है. डी बायोडाइवर्सिटी लॉस, पॉल्यूशन, ओवर पॉपुलेशन की वजह से तो सब हो रहा है. पॉल्यूशन और बायोडाइवर्सिटी लॉस एंड ऑल. सॉइल दैट इज अ पॉल्यूशन. लैंड डिग्रेडेड. ओवर कंजम्पशन उसी की वजह से तो हो रहा है सर. पॉल्यूशन, द वेस्ट जनरेशन इज मोर ना. पॉल्यूशन, सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट उसी की तो देन है. पॉल्यूशन नहीं सोच पाए ना. क्या हेल्थ इश्यूज? कौन से हेल्थ इश्यूज? एनवायरमेंट के कौन से हेल्थ इशू हैं? तो हमारे हैं ना, वो तो इम्पैक्ट है. यू आर नॉट एबल टू थिंक ना. नहीं ना, एग्जैक्टली नो ना. सरेंडर करो तो बाबा. यस और नो? यू आर नॉट एबल टू थिंक. दीज आर द 3 टॉपिक्स विच कवर द होल सिलेबस इन यूपीएससी. सोच भी कहां से पाओगे जब पूरा सिलेबस सोच चुके हो. दिस इज द ओनली सिलेबस इन द एनवायरमेंट. फिर डाइजेस्ट नहीं हो रहा होगा ये क्या कर रहे हैं. तो टुडे यू गो एंड क्रॉस वेरीफाई द लास्ट 15 years पेपर, 25 years पेपर, 30 years पेपर. और बताओ कितना पुराना जाऊं. तक ओके. go for 15. Just do check 15 years PYQs. You will find 90% questions from the environment are asked. 90%. How much? 90% questions are being asked from these 3 topics only. From these, so deforestation is a part of biodiversity only. Desertification is a part of climate change only today. Got the point? It is no more different. It is. So 90% questions are being asked from these 3 topics only. Pollution, pollution, biodiversity, and global warming and climate change, and it's not global warming, it's only climate change, it's only, कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good or not? So what are the general issues on environment inequality? देखो पहला, दूसरा नहीं, biodiversity. This is sequence, सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन पॉल्यूशन से, फिर बायोडाइवर्सिटी से, and then climate change, ऐसे सीक्वेंस है सर. तो पहला, दूसरा, तीसरा, that's it. So if you prepare these three topics well, what the point? If you prepare these three topics well, your prelims is clear, boss. How is the जोश? अब तो हाई होना चाहिए, अब तो कंफर्टेबल होनी चाहिए, बहुत इतना पेपर आसान कर दिया मैंने. कैसा लग रहा है? So whenever you are reading a newspaper, you should focus only 3 newspaper readings, or 3 readings, 3 subject readings. Like one is pollution, another is biodiversity, and another is climate. That's it. खत्म. कैसा लग रहा है? Comfortable? यही है. और मैं आपको बताऊं, when they have written general issues on environment inequality, they have already mentioned biodiversity and climate change. So what is left is pollution, and pollution is mentioned in means. Pollution is mentioned in. That's it. So let me show you the main syllabus. Yes or no? चलो main syllabus देखते हैं. So जिसका आप सभी को था इंतजार, वो घड़ी Before writing, just read. Now, what is written here? Conservation. Next is, and the last one is written. Now, जैसे मैं बोलूं वैसे लिखेगा. Write down. Main syllabus. Sequence में से करूँगा. Write down. Degradation. First write degradation, comma conservation, comma environmental pollution, comma environmental impact assessments. Environmental impact assessment, EIA. Environmental impact, EI. All understood? My question to you is, you all understood? Now, my question to you is, just take a rough page. What is degradation? I really don't know anything. आप लोग जो पढ़ा देंगे मैं पढ़ के चला जाऊँगा. And you have to write the answer of this question in 1 or 1.5 line. That's it. In 1 line or 1.5 line. 1 or 1.5 line. What is degradation? 1 line or 1.5 line. इसके आगे अगर आप बढ़े, you are in danger. You are in danger. You are not in danger. क्या लिखा? Decrease the quality. Okay. Lowering the quality. है? चलिए ये तो बहुत स्पेसिफिक हो गया. जनरल डेफिनेशन चाहिए. क्या लिख रही है इतनी देर से? Creating a problem ना? Creating a problem now, and this is the problem that you will face in the mains examination, because what you will study in the classroom, that will only be a framework, that will only be a, you will have to write the answer by your own, and this is the only problem that you face in the mains examination. The degradation is, आपने सही बताया, and that was perfectly right. If this is the question, the answer is lowering in the quality. That's it. कितना बड़ा आंसर लिखा मैंने? That's it. कितना बड़ा आंसर लिखा है? Lowering in the, when this term is given in the mains paper ना, they have some meaning. They have some, कहने को word इतना है, but उसका meaning इतना बड़ा है. They have impact. These words have impact. So lowering in the quality is called degradation. Suppose if there is a person X, and उसका health down हो जाए, he has fallen ill, sick, so that is a degradation or not? This degradation is in terms of health. This degradation is in terms of, that is called health degradation. That is called लिखना नहीं है. क्या नाम है आपका? हाँ, पैर को बोल रहा हूँ. हाँ, 3 बार बोलिए, बताओ आज. तुम भी सोच रहे होगे बोलते जा. क्या लिखा है? So that is degradation in terms of health called as health degradation. Health degradation. अभी graduation में हो गया I think. Are doing graduation or है ना? हाँ ये सीख जाओ. Is it done? So अभी तो बहुत छोटे हो. So that is called health degradation. Yes or no? That is called health degradation. So lowering in the quality. When the health degrades, can this person perform well? Can this person perform well? This person cannot perform well. That is the functioning of this person get decreased. The efficiency of the services provided by this person get. Yes or no? So it is not only the degradation. Whenever the degradation occurs, it represents the transformation of one from healthy state into the unhealthy, and that affects the functioning and the services provided by that particular person. Yes or no? And this is called degradation. So suppose if degradation is equal to lowering in the quality, so if I add environmental degradation, so lowering in the quality, क्या ऐड करना चाहिए हमें of environmental components. What are the environmental components? Air, land, and कुछ होता ही नहीं इसके बाद. These are the only three components. एथिक्स में भी ह्यूमन वैल्यूज पढ़नी है. टाइमिंग का मैसेज आ गया होगा ना कि 6 बजे से रहेगा. कैन नॉट बी 5:30. 5:30 में वहां अलीगढ़ से शुरू हो गया. So hello Kanacho. So if we add environmental term in the degradation, so we find that the lowering in the quality of the environmental components, and there are only three components. What are those three components? Air, land and water. There is no fourth component. There is, what the point? Fourth component कोई और नहीं, हम ही लोग हैं. So environment में तीन components हैं. The fourth one is we. Is it done? So whenever we are talking about the environmental degradation, so it means that we are transforming the environmental components from healthy state to unhealthy state. Yes or no? And this is nothing but the. Yes or no? So our Prithvi Mai is unhealthy. Yes or no? Mother goddess ही तो बोलते हो ना? Father goddess बोलते हो. Mother goddess ना? So our ऐसे क्यों कहते हैं Prithvi Mai? Mai है. So our Prithvi Mai is unhealthy. Yes. And who is responsible for making Prithvi Mai unhealthy? You and you. You are the culprit. आप अपराधी हैं. आप हत्यारे हैं. आप हैं. हमको तो देख रहे हो. अच्छा? Is it done? That is, there are certain activities that the human has caused on the earth, which has transformed the planet from healthy state to unhealthy state. And that has degraded the health of the earth. Lower the quality of the earth. Lower the quality of the components of the earth. That is air quality, land quality, and the water quality. All has declined. All has creating a degradation. Suppose if the person is unhealthy, and that person is unhealthy, and that health of a person is not good, there is a health degradation of a person. तो ऐसे में क्या होगा? क्या? वो चला जाएगा ऊपर. ये क्या है? क्या नहीं ऊपर चला जाएगा? वो खाली हाँ तो क्या कर सकते हैं? ठीक है तो क्या वो परमानेंट अनहेल्दी रखें उसको? हाँ so what we should do? क्या? Medication. She is saying provide medication, and he is saying provide medicine. Yes or no? Oh, I agree, boss. I agree. I really agree. She is saying provide medication. He is saying provide medicine. Who will be providing medicine? She is saying doctor. अब मजा आ रहा है देखो. She is saying doctor. And who will be taking medicine? Patient. So if the doctor prescribes the right medicine, and the patient takes the medicine on time as prescribed, so we can expect that the degraded health of a person can be restored. Yes or no? So restoration of a degraded health is called conservation. It's called conservation. It's called कैसा लगा? So restoration of the degraded health of a person is called. So conservation किसका होगा? जिसका degradation होगा. That means the conservation and the degradation are the two separate terms. No, they are the two sides of the same coin. Degradation जहाँ होगा, conservation का साया साथ होगा. Yes or no? So wherever the degradation occurs, the conservation has to be done. The conservation, and it is the restoration of the degraded health, converting the unhealthy state again. We are restoring the unhealthy state again into an healthy. बोलते जब होगा into an healthy state. And the restoration of the degraded health is only possible when you have one component that is doctor and another component that is patient. It is not so here when you are doing conservation of the environmental components, when you are doing conservation of the degraded environmental component. So it is not only the duty of the government to restore the degraded health, it is also the duty of the citizen to restore the degraded health. कैसा लगा? Yes or no? How is the Josh? अब मजा आया? So doctor prescribe the medicine, government prescribe the rules, government prescribe the policies, government prescribe the law, but who has to follow? You. And who have to follow it strictly? Citizen. So at the one end there is a government, and at the other end, so there are regulatory frameworks, there are policy frameworks, there are regulatory frameworks, there are policy frameworks, there are legal frameworks developed by the government, and there are participatory frameworks developed by the citizens. कैसा लगा? Yes or no? Developed for the citizens. So this is how the conservation is taking place. कैसा लग रहा है? So the restoration of the degraded health is called conservation. So there are two terms given in the main syllabus. One is degradation, read it. One is, and another is. तो जहाँ degradation हुआ है, वहाँ conservation होगा. Degradation is transforming the healthy state into an unhealthy, and conservation is restoring the unhealthy state and transforming it again healthy state. Yes or no? Conservation requires frameworks. Frameworks are developed by governments, followed by citizens. How the frameworks are prepared by the government? One is through policy, another is regulation. Yes or no? Now, what you will find, there is one constitution called as Constitution of India. Yes or no? That also provides some provisions. That provisions are in the form of articles. That provisions are in the form of articles. Are in the form of. These are the only articles that you have to keep into your mind. लिखा ही नहीं, अच्छा कुछ आ ही नहीं रहा है. There is nothing. Okay, मैं बता रहा हूँ. There is Article 21. Don't write. मैं बता दूँगा. There is Article 21, Article 47, Article 48A, and Article 51AG. What are the articles? Article 21, Article 47, Article and Article. कैसा लग रहा है? बोल लीजिए. Article 21, Article 47, Article 48. बोलना पड़ता है. अरे मैं बोल रहा हूँ, सुनाई तो दे रहा है. श्रुति, to hear. Yes or no? Samhita, that is passing on through writing text. Who is Shruti? है? Shruti, हाँ literature हम के साथ पढ़ते. Shruti is a Vedic literature. Rigved. Yes or no? कैसा लग रहा है? मैं क्या बात? Is it done? Shruti तेज करो अपना. Hear, to hear. So feeling good? Yes or no? So Article 21. Yes or no? Article. खत्म. कितना टाइम लगा? Yes or no? कुछ पढ़ाया? Is it done? So, shall we write down something? Now write down. ओफो, ये क्या हो गया है? Now, write down. Concept of degradation. Concept of degradation. The term degradation refers to the term degradation refers to the series of activities or processes that transform the healthy planet or ecosystem into an unhealthy state. Full stop. Paragraph change. In simple words, the lowering in the quality of environmental components, the lowering in the quality of environmental components, the lowering in the quality of environmental components is called environmental degradation. Is called environmental degradation. आज की जो क्लास है that is only for discussion purposes of the syllabus, methods, strategy, everything. Got the point? We are defining the pathway. We are defining a pathway. Got the point? Now you got understood two things, that everything where the degradation is occurring is a part of syllabus, and wherever the degradation is occurring, we are doing conservation. Conservation are only possible through frameworks. Frameworks are prepared by the governments, followed by the citizens. So all these environmental topics in the UPSC are covering government, covering the public, covering frameworks, covering degradation, and covering conservation. This is the only 5 components where you have to focus in the environment in the UPSC. That's it. अभी समझ में आया? This is how the syllabus is prepared. Is it done? And that is called rationalization. That is called rationalization of the syllabus. Is it done? Now write down. अच्छा, ये UPSC वाला 5 क्यों खोला? So that you understand how simple statements are written here, and how much complications we are doing here. How much simple statements are written there, and how much complications, how much complex we are doing. तो UPSC ने नहीं कहा है. Is it done? We ourselves are doing. Now write down. So, क्या लिखा मैंने? In simple words, quality of the environmental component is called environmental degradation. Full stop. In our environment, the degradation is observed. In our environment, the degradation is observed at various levels. The degradation is observed at various levels. One is global warming and climate change. Number 2 is deforestation. Number 3 is desertification. 4 is ozone layer depletion. Biodiversity loss. And see, this biodiversity loss can be at 2 levels. Listen to me very carefully. One is the biodiversity loss that you people have quoted the term species level. Like the tiger population is decreasing, vulture population is decreasing, elephant population is decreasing. So we are having certain projects, conservation projects, Project Tiger, Project Elephant, Project Vulture. Another is the biodiversity loss that we are facing is at ecosystem level. What is ecosystem? Like Western Ghats, Himalayan ecosystems. What a point. So there we are developing national parks, wildlife sanctuaries. We are developing biosphere reserves. So the conservation methods differs. If we are basically focused on the conservation of the species, we are launching projects. Suppose if we are following we are focused over the conservation of ecosystem. So ecosystem approaches require the protection of whole habitats. So that is called national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biodiversity. That biosphere reserve. That is biosphere reserve. How many biosphere reserves India have? 18. How much? 18. 12 are designated under UNESCO. How much national parks India have? It is around 107. How much wildlife sanctuary India has? It is 574. हाँ है ना? India have? It is around 107. India have 18. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biodiversity. That biosphere reserve. That is biosphere reserve. How many biosphere reserves does India have? 18. How much? 18. 12 are designated under UNESCO. How much national parks India have? It is around 107. How much wildlife sanctuary India has? It is 574. हाँ है ना, वो हो जाएगा, अभी आगे हो जाएगा. Is it done? 7. How much wildlife sanctuary India? How much? 18. 12 are designated under UNESCO. How much national parks India have? It is around 107. How much wildlife sanctuary India has? It is 574. हाँ है ना, वो हो जाएगा, अभी आगे हो जाएगा. Is it done? Now write down. So at species level, at ecosystem level, then we have environmental pollution. And this is air, water, yes or no? Now write down concept of conservation. Concept of conservation. Concept of conservation. Now write down the term conservation. The term conservation refers to the term conservation refers to the various steps taken to restore the degraded environmental components. Full stop. To restore the degraded environmental components. Written. Full stop. Now write down. In simple words, all those efforts which are pursued, P-U-R-S-U-E-D, which are pursued to transform the unhealthy environmental system, into healthy state, is called conservation. It's called conservation. Full stop. Now write down. Next one. In the current scenario, we can find the conservation efforts. Given below. लिखा? We can find the conservation efforts given below. Up now, listen to me. I have told you all that wherever the degradation occurs, there will be a. So conservation and degradation are the two sides of the. So I have given you 6 degradation. So I will be writing the same 6 conservations. अब समझ आया? And in the same sequence, in the got the point? So that the degradation written here correspond to conservation there. Got the point? Ready? So why what kind of global warming and climate change degradation is due to rising temperatures? So what are the conservation? Pursue efforts to control the globally rising temperatures. Got the point? Write down. Number one. Pursue. P-R-S-U-E. Pursue efforts to control globally rising temperatures. Number 2 is forest conservation. Number 3 is restoration of degraded land. Number 4 is ozone layer conservation. Number 5 is biodiversity conservation. And this conservation will be at how many levels? So one is conservation at species level, another is conservation at ecosystem level. Agreeing the point? जैसा degradation लेके गए वैसे ही. Is it done? Now write on next. So conservation at species level and conservation at ecosystem level. Now write down next. Pursuing PERSUING, pursuing efforts to control pollution. To control. Now we have so here we have unhealthy state so this is called degradation. And this is called हमने लिखा सही है, आप देख नहीं पा रहे हैं. Is it done? That was illusion. Prepare this diagram. बनाइए. तुम 3 दिन बाद बोलते हो क्या? So you will be consistent or will be money? Will you be consistent or will remain absent? Done? कैसा लग रहा है भैया? Now listen to me very carefully. This conservation can be done at international level also. Yes or no? And this conservation can be done at national level also. Yes or no? Tagging the point. Whenever the conservation takes place at international level, so all the country governments get together. Like कौन सी country बना दें? US. चलो USA बना दिया. आप देखो रशिया बन गए. अब तो यूक्रेन बनने जा रहा है. आप कौन सी कंट्री बनेंगे? इंडिया की. आप जर्मनी. ओके. आप जापान. अगर कोई अफ्रीका की कंट्री नहीं बोल रहा कि सूडान, इथियोपिया, सब $4 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी में 3 ट्रिलियन. समझ रहे आप? आप क्या इस चाइना अभी देखो 19 ट्रिलियन से पार जा रहे. कहने का मतलब है, सपोज इफ दिस इज अ कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल, so all the different country governments get gathered here in a hall, in a conference hall, and they have conferences. And many times the consensus do occur. The consensus is a common agreement. So whenever the consensus occurs, so they do agreements. These international agreements are called conventions. Are called. And along with the conventions, there are some obligatory rules and regulations who have to pursue, who have to be followed. So that is called protocols. That is called, which is binding in nature. Which is, जैसे मैं आया, आप खड़े हो ना हो, hardly matters. Because that is a moral obligation. That comes from your sanskar and all. Got the point? And teacher like me never interfere also in such kind of aspects. कोई और करता भी तो वो उनका अपना बैठा. Is it done? But that is a moral obligation. That is a yes or no? But suppose if you are in the high court or civil court and the judge comes and you do not stand, that is a contempt of court. That is not a moral obligation. That is a legal obligation. You have to stand. Otherwise you will remain standing. Is it done? So that's a protocol. That's a कैसा लगा? अभी समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? That's a protocol. That's a protocol. I hope you are understanding the things. So at international level, whenever the conservation mechanisms are being carried on, so we have conventions and we have protocols. आप कोई भी topic degradation का ले लीजिए और you just speak any topic of conservation. I will give you the convention. चलो topic बोलो. Global warming, climate change है ना? UNFCCC, UNF, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and Kyoto Protocol. तो वो topic बोलो. Okay, Vienna Convention and the Montreal Protocol. आप बोलते जाइए. Biodiversity. So biodiversity we have United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity, Nagoya Protocol and the Cartagena Protocol. और बोलिए. Biodiversity में आ तो गया. वो सब उसमें सब आ गया. हाँ. Desertification, United Nations Convention on Combating Desertification, UNCCD, but no protocols. हाँ, आगे. क्या? Environmental pollution, Basel Convention, Minamata Convention, Stockholm Convention on persistent organic pollutants. और बोलिए. है? Deforestation और कुछ बचा इसमें? सारे हो गए? There is no convention and there is no protocol. Deforestation is the only pressing issue in the world where till now we do not have any legally binding agreements. We do not have. Matter of shock. Shocking or not? और कहते हैं एक पेड़ माँ के नाम, मतलब मम्मी के नाम, पापा के नाम, समझ आया? Yes or no? But no legally binding agreements. It's a matter of concern. It's a matter of yes or no? We have declarations, New York declarations, Rio Forest declarations. We have many political declarations, but no legally binding agreement till now. It is the only topic. अब समझ में आया? And that's why I was saying, you call the topic, I will call the convention. But कौन से topic पे convention नहीं है? कौन से topic पे legally binding agreement नहीं है? कैसा लगा? UPSC asked this question 2 times in prelims. समझ में आ रहा है? कैसा लग रहा है? So at international level, we have the conservation frameworks in the form of conventions and protocols or through declarations. So where we declare कि हम करेंगे, but we are not bound. We are not bound. समझ में आ रहा है? Yes or no? Got the point? They are the political declarations. They are the got the point? कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good? And at national level, we have legal frameworks, we have institutional frameworks, we have policy frameworks prepared by the government. Many times on the guidelines of the conventions and the protocols, because almost every country member is a signatory member of these conventions. Is a signatory member of these? Got the point? So whatever the guidelines or whatever the frameworks we are preparing here, many times, most of the time, it is on the guidelines of the principles given in the convention itself. Given in the, suppose, in the climate change convention, there is an obligation and the Paris Agreement, which is a legal binding obligation that every country has to prepare their own NDCs, nationally determined contribution. This is legally binding obligation. आप क्या बनाते हैं, that is up to you. But it is binding that you have to prepare NDCs. Got the point? So if India is preparing NDCs, so that is guided by the Paris Agreement. कैसा लग रहा है? Feeling good? Yes or no? This is the case. Shall we write? Write down. Note 1. Note 1. आप देखिए खाली syllabus define करने में पूरा class निकल गया. I am still defining what? Syllabus. It's still defining syllabus. Now write down. Note 1. Conservation can be done at international level and at national level. Conservation can be done at international level and at national level. Full stop. Now write down at international level. The conservation efforts are pursued. Perceive मत लिखना. It's pursued. Are pursued through conventions. And protocols. लिखा? And protocols. Full stop. Write down. Note 2. At national level, the conservation efforts are pursued through legal frameworks, institutional frameworks, policy frameworks, etc. legal frameworks, institutional frameworks, policy frameworks, etc. etc. Is it done? Yes or no? First off, these frameworks are generally guided by the principles. These frameworks are generally guided by the principles. These frameworks generally are guided by the principles written are guided by the principles prescribed in international conference. Prescribed in international conference. Prescribed in international conference, conventions, protocols, etc. लिखा? Protocols, etc. Done? So suppose here we have conservation, here we have international framework. ये आपको इसमें नहीं बनाना है. What the point? You have to prepare this chart on a A4 sheet paper और आपको ये fill करके आना है. It's a homework. So international framework, and here we have national framework. So here we have convention, here we have protocol, here we have legal framework, here we have institutional framework, and here we have policy framework. Got the point? Got the point? Say the topics are, say, climate change, say biodiversity, desertification, say wetland conservation, ozone layer, and pollution. Pollution में आप और इसमें headers बना लीजिएगा. Draw some more color rows, air का अलग, whatever it is, है ना? I'm giving you one example, like we have here UNCBD, here we have Nagoya and Cartagena, legal framework BD Act 2002, institution we have National Biodiversity Authority, SBB, BMCs, policy we have different policies. You just mentioned some policies. So policies might not be specific, but सबको घुमा के आएगा. Is it done? It could be anything. But if you can do prepare this chart, that will help you a lot. At least in the policy framework. At least in the, what the point? और नहीं समझ में तो put a dash mark. सबसे simple case. Wetland, WET, wet, LAD land, wetland. Wet means wet. Is it done? So now write down. So here, if we have it done, have you prepared this chart? Yes or no? कर जा रहे? हाँ, अभी तो शुरुआत करी मैंने. So here we have, हो जाएगा? So let's have some strategy. जो कल से क्या होगा हमारी स्टडी है ना, एनवायरमेंट. Here we have
है बेटा, रुक जाओ।
हो जाएगा? So let's have some strategy. जो कल से क्या we have written. So now write down. So wetland. सबसे सिंपल केस wetland. WET wet. Any land. Wetland. Wet means wet. Is it done? So WET wet. Any land. Wetland. Wet means wet. Is it done? So now write down. So here if we have written, have you prepared this chart? Yes or no? कर जा रहे? हाँ, अभी तो शुरुआत करी है. Wet. At least in the policy framework. At least in the got the point? और नहीं समझ में तो put a dash mark. सबसे simple case. Wetland. WET wet. Any land. Wetland. Wet means wet. Is it done? So now write down. So here if we have written, have you prepared this chart? Yes or no? कर जा रहे? हाँ, अभी तो शुरुआत करी है मैंने. So here we have, हो जाएगा? So let's have some strategy. जो कल से क्या होगा हमारी स्टडी है ना? Environment, preparation, strategy, and topics. So I divide it into 3 levels. How many levels? One is level 1. Then we have level 2. This is static part. You can expect 2 questions each year. How many questions? 2 questions each year from this topic. Got the point? From this level. Static plus contemporary. इसमें static क्या है? Suppose you are studying climate change. So 30 years framework. That is the history. That is not going to change. That is static. But what is contemporary? New updations. So you have to be more focused on the updations rather than the historical aspects. Got the point? You can expect 4 questions. Very simple questions. 4 questions from this topic. So 2 plus 4, 6. Is it done? Yes or no? So and next is this is current affairs. So for this, read newspapers. Here we have concept of environment that I will be teaching you tomorrow. Then we have concept of ecology. Then we have concept of ecosystem. Here we have climate change plus energy resource, and these energy resource will only be renewable, will be in context of environment. Deforestation, desertification, environmental pollution, बायोडाइवर्सिटी, इसी में आपका वेटलैंड जुड़ जाएगा. Then we have, so these are the only topics that we have to cover in the coming days. This is the only syllabus from my side. You can do cross verify through the question paper. Fine? And you know that the 90% questions are coming from 3 topics only. One is climate change, another is pollution, and the third one is, that's it. Got the point? How is the Josh? No recommendation of the books, no recommendation of any resource material. Got the point? Yes or no? मजा आ गया? Comfortable in the subject? Okay. So कल मिलते हैं, है ना? Thanks to all.
चलो चलो बस बस 5 हैं बाबू, बस चलो चलो चल चल चलो बाबू। चलो 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 बच्चू बाबू बस चल रहा हूँ चल रहा हूँ। रवि कहाँ रवि? इसका पट्टा लिया।
क्या मामी आ गई?
आ गए, इसको मम्मी इसको तो बाहर दिया जाए।